Houston. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
On first down, it's Purdy. Under pressure, and down he goes. George Karlaftis make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this protection.
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Purdy. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Purdy now to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. 4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Throwing to start the drive. Douglas. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. To throw again, Douglas gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Douglas. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. A huge play there for Houston. 64 yards. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. White. Touchdown. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on a short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
On 3rd and 2, Douglas. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
Pulled in at the 24. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Well, that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Second and 7, operating from the 34. Purdy looking to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he goes out right around the 39.
Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston's offense taking over again. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down, Douglas trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running left, it's Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Douglas. Quick slant here to Smith. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Douglas. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Douglas. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Looking to throw. Douglas. Touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Oilers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, Purdy. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
On fourth down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. A beautiful fake. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways he's helping serve as good ball control because the big plays that he's making have really helped out his team.
Absolutely. They're winning on the scoreboard here in quarter number 2. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Throwing on first down, Douglas. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
To throw on second down, Douglas. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Houston. 52 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. White. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Brandon, we've seen an incomplete pass and an attempted run, not getting them anywhere at all. I'm not sure they're committed on this drive about what they want to do.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Oilers take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I'll overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Purdy now to throw off the play action.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
George Karlaftis. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end.
And now out comes Houston.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Here's Jack Fox now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Now Purdy.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Here's Drew Chrisman now.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
Houston set to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown on the year. And the Oilers continue to pull away here this first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that, oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Douglas.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And the tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Back to throw again.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Right back to Pitts again. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Saquon Barkley. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Oilers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Purdy. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Drew Chrisman on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking to throw on second down. Douglas. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Douglas. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. On second down, here's Barkley. And some space here.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter.
On 1st and 10, Douglas. It's caught. Smith. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a toss right to Barkley. Gets past one man. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Douglas. And this one is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, Douglas
Able to complete this to Chenault. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Douglas.
There's another one complete to Chenault.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And now Chenault on the end around.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Taking it about the 1.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, caught at the 21.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On first down, it's Purdy.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Purdy.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
And that is incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Takes it 4th down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And they will remain well behind.
Partner, this is certainly turning out to be one of those days. Here we are in the second half. They're being shut out. Offense is doing nothing. And you're just saying, please, come on, give us something here to your kicker. But even this is no good.
And now out comes Houston. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it? Touchdowns. This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Douglas. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Operating from the gun, Douglas.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now a tip of the cap to the man under center, Charles. He just went over 400 yards passing in this ball game. He's got the touchdown passes to boot, taking pretty good care of the ball. Just all around a really solid performance.
Yeah, just check, and check, right? Because he certainly showed he was worthy of the trust that his team put in him. A handful of touchdowns to his credit thus far. Now he's just crossing off yardage milestones, and win or lose, his name has to be in serious discussion for player of the game.
Fields it right around the goal line.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a...
Oh, what a juke into space!
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
They go play action here. Purdy. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They begin with a run by Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Back to throw. Douglas.
Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Douglas gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston.
Terrace Marshall.
61 yards.
And the Oilers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
On 1st down, Purdy throwing quickly for Mark Andrews.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Here's Purdy.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Purdy will look to throw again here. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The Packers on third down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Purdy.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Purdy now to throw.
Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Houston set to take over. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Off play action. Douglas. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Douglas. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
LaVisca Chenault
from 6 yards away.
And the Oilers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Play action, now Purdy.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
George Karlaftis
Able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, we all know this quarterback had to spend plenty of time studying prior to the game, but he has to be tired of seeing these guys, especially him. Third time now he's brought this quarterback down. The whole defense has had a great game, but 3 sacks, not hard to find who one of the leaders of that effort was.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now he dumps this off over the middle. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Purdy looking to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Trayvon Merritt.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. On 1st down, Douglas. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, sprinting, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Barkley is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Barkley again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so, and maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he returns this to the 22.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And fresh off that pick 6, here's Purdy.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Purdy.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Purdy from the gun.
Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. Looking to throw again on second down. Purdy going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
Here's Johnson with a reception.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
On 2nd and inches.
Purdy. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Shotgun now with Purdy.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line, 1 yard away.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the home team here, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.